getting busy. They're good.
Yeah.
When you tell them, get busy, they do well.
Yeah.
But we just gotta, so.
Yep.
No, it's a good company. It's really changed over the years. I mean, we were a blueprint company once upon a time, and we still are, but we do retail signage and all kinds of yard signage, and then we do 3D printing. We do the, used to be just plastic, but you know, if you wanted to use that, it'd break. So it was just conceptual, and then we went to nylon and carbon, and its strength went up to about 20,000 pounds, so you actually could put it on a machine or whatever you're doing. And we also can do metal now. We can print metal. Cool. So that's helped a lot. But when we first got into it, I was still there, and I was at a convention, and I got, after the evening dinner, I got taken aside by one of my cohorts in the business, you know, up in Wisconsin. And he said, "You have to get into this." And I said, "Oh." So anyway, I applied and write a little thesis about who you are and why we should choose you to represent us, that kind of thing. Anyway, we signed on. It was about a $150,000 investment, and we didn't sell anything for a year and a half. Wow. It was just like,
Yeah.
But what we did start doing is we started printing for everybody else. You know, and it was just, early it was missionary, it's 5:30 or something.
Yeah.
Amy.
Rob, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Kind of snuck in, I didn't see you come in. You were keeping conversation. I left my phone at the office, I have the agenda.
Oh.
That's what it is.
You want to share the agenda?
All right, it's 5:30. We're going to get started with the regular Hiawatha City Council meeting for May 5th, 2021. Are we up and live?
Yep.
All right. Call meeting to order at 5:30. Or have a roll call.
Steve Dodson,
Present.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall, Jerry Mowinkle,
Here.
Dick Olson.
Here.
Approval of the agenda. Motion for the consent agenda.
Second.
And a second. All in favor?
Aye.
On to item number 3, that was the agenda, on to the consent agenda. Motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
First and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Moving on to citizens input. Is there anybody in the audience that would like to discuss anything that is not on the agenda? Anybody online?
No.
Anything in the mail?
No.
All right. Move on to item number 5, report from council members, anything?
I attended the Planning and Zoning meeting April 26th, and there they reviewed and passed onto the council a preliminary plat for the Hiawatha East addition by Robbins Road, basically consisting of 2 buildable lots and 2 non-buildable lots. The non-buildable one will be a retention basin, and then the other second is a natural low-lying self-draining lot. And they're forwarding that on to us tonight. And then also forwarded to the council tonight is the final plat and development agreement for the property known as Hunter Commerce Park, 6th edition. And there's some potential interest, but at this point, not positive what's going to go on the site. that is yet to happen. And I have a nod. So, okay. Do I mention Bill spoke, or that's? Yeah, Bill Bennett was, our mayor was present, and he was just seeking some procedural guidance on how he should go about moving his dealer license to a new location. And that's still being sought, and that's it.
I have no.
Nothing, Rob.
All right, I did get to fortunate enough to attend a joint press conference today down at the Economic Alliance, and it was to kick off the kind of the campaign for the referendum for the loss tax. That comes up this year. It was put into place in 2014, and it'll be on the ballot this November. So Mayor Hart spoke about the Cedar Rapids, the paving for progress, because they have dedicated all their dollars to road construction, which is a good thing for them. And then I spoke on behalf of Hiawatha. Marion was represented, Fairfax, Ely, and Lynn County Supervisor. So it was a good opportunity for everybody to kind of speak about how that tax has been used. And it was good for us to kind of brag about how we used it as a property tax reduction tool. So that's good for us, good publicity. Yeah.
I actually just have one thing I just really want to update you on, and as you may recall, Representative Henson was able to what we fondly call earmarks, but what the community project funding is, what the dollars are at the federal level. That's what they're calling them at this point. She was able to submit 10 projects from her district. And our project, our Tower Terrace project, did rise to one of the 10 that she submitted on to the full Department of Transportation. So it'll be interesting to see. The ones that also fell under the 10 were Blackhawk County, Buchanan County, Clayton, Dubuque, Howard, Jackson, Jones, Lynn County, Marshall County, and Wenatchee County. And their requests really range from $50,000 to $1 million. Our project does definitely, we asked for the max, which would be the $1 million. And just as a reminder, this is for the continued support for the build out from 380 to Highway 13. And this really is funding to keep continuing to move on our design work, environmental studies, in addition to what we've already started. So this would, if awarded, this would be a great addition and really kick us off and really help us be project ready for when we apply for the RAISE. Now build is called RAISE, or yes, RAISE, and then and so we'll reapply, which I believe the deadline is August, early August, end of July, early August. So we're gearing up for that. We'll have another Metro meeting this month to discuss in more detail.
Glad to hear that got pushed through.
Yeah.
On so that we can have some light on the project, because it really is a regional improvement project. So that's good.
Absolutely.
All right, moving on, item 6, proclamation for Building Safety Month with the theme of prevent, prepare, protect, building, safe. So, proclamation, whereas the city of Hiawatha is committed to recognizing that our growth and strength depends on the safety and economic value of homes, buildings, and infrastructure that serve our citizens, both in everyday life and in times of disaster. And whereas our confidence in the resilience of these buildings that make up our community is achieved through the devotion of vigilant guardians, building safety and fire prevention officials, architects, engineers, builders, tradespeople, design professionals, laborers, plumbers, and others in the construction industry who work year-round to ensure the safe construction of buildings. And whereas these guardians are dedicated members of the International Code Council, a nonprofit that brings together local, state, and federal officials that are experts in the built environment to create and implement the highest quality codes to protect us in the buildings where we live, learn, work, play. And whereas our nation benefits economically and technologically from using the international codes that are developed by national voluntary consensus codes and standards developing organizations, our government is able to avoid the high cost and complexity of developing and maintaining these codes, which are the most widely adopted building safety and fire prevention codes in the world. Whereas these modern building codes include safeguards to protect the public from hazards such as hurricanes, snowstorms, tornadoes, wildland fires, floods, and earthquakes. And whereas Building Safety Month is sponsored by the International Code Council to remind the public about the critical role of our communities as largely unknown protectors of public safety, our local code officials who assure us of safe, sustainable, energy efficient, and livable buildings that are essential to America's prosperity. And whereas Prevent, Prepare, Protect, Building Code Save, theme for Building Safety Month 2021, encourages all Americans to raise awareness about the importance of safe and resilient construction, fire prevention, disaster mitigation, energy conservation, water safety, training the next generation, and new technologies in the construction industry. Whereas each year in observance of Building Safety Month, people all over the world are asked to consider the commitment to improve building safety, resilience, and economic investment at home and in the community, and to acknowledge the essential service provided to all of us by local and state building departments, fire prevention bureaus, and federal agencies in protecting lives and property. Now therefore, I, Rob Archibald, Mayor Pro Tem, City of Hiawatha, Iowa, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2021 as Building Safety Month. Accordingly, I encourage our citizens to join with their communities in participation in Building Safety Month activities. Thank you, Pat. Thank you for all the work that you do to keep all the buildings safe. Item 7, public hearing to consider the FY 2020 budget amendment. Go ahead and open the public hearing at 5:39 p.m. Anyone in the audience would like to speak in favor of this item? Anybody online?
No.
Anyone in the audience want to speak in opposition of this item? Anything received?
No.
All right. I will go ahead and close the public hearing at 5:40. And move on to A. Consider resolution approving the FY 2021 budget amendment. Do we have a motion approving resolution?
So moved.
Second.
First and a second. Any discussion? All right. Can I have a roll call?
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle,
Aye.
Dick Olson,
Aye.
Steve Dodson.
Aye.
All right, moving on to item 8, storm recovery project, request for bids. Number 6, debris removal along waterways. Start off with public hearing to consider the proposed plans, specifications, form of contract, and estimate of cost on file. Open this public hearing at 5:40 p.m. Anybody in the audience to speak in favor or opposition of this item? Still nobody online?
Still nobody online.
Anything received?
No.
Alright, we'll go ahead and close this public hearing at 5:41. And then review bids. John, you got anything?
Well, it's included in the packet, there's a very wide range of bids from $276,000 up to over $1 million, $1,026,000.
John, can you speak
There
up?
you go. Can you hear me now? Better?
Yeah.
So yeah, 276,435 up to 1,026,825. And Bill Miller Logging, as you might recall, did the package 1 RFB in the parks. And so we're comfortable with him. Being so low, we did call him up, make sure he was comfortable with his numbers, that he didn't miss anything. Was he comfortable with the schedule? And he was okay with everything and the bid that he submitted. He said it should go pretty well unless we have a very, very wet spring/early summer. So we felt comfortable recommending Bill Miller Logging as the apparent low bidder and recommended him to proceed with the project. And we have received the insurance and the contract to date.
Why were bids so high on some of that? I've never seen such a, the low bid being 276,000 and the high being well over $1 million. Any kind of thoughts on that?
No, and it was even a tough one for the consultant MSA to even estimate. And you might recall from the very beginning, he only took what he had from the past project experience in town, and he had estimated $975,000. And I just think that Bill Miller, this is what they do. They have the right equipment. They can forge any kind of wet areas with the type of equipment they have. But I can't give you a real answer, to be honest with you, why the big range. Especially since, Boomerang has the big pile up to the north of us. So they had a short haul route. But again, I think with the type of equipment that the logging folks have, it just makes it easy for them.
Yeah, I noticed the price per stump was quite a bit more for that $1 million bid as compared to the low bid. It was like 4 times per stump or something like that, so
Yeah.
it's pretty expensive.
And
It's
they
the
were
widest spread
one of
I've
the
ever
most
seen, quite
efficient.
honestly.
They were one of the most efficient contractors we've worked with through derecho.
But
So,
we'll take the bid.
yeah, we feel
We'll take a little bit.
pretty comfortable with the work that they'll do.
And this is a pretty specialized project,
Mhm.
anybody can just jump in there.
Yeah.
All right, item C, consider resolution awarding contract for RFP number 6, debris removal along waterways. Do I have a first and a second to approve the resolution?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Amy Wickendall.
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle.
Aye.
Dick Olson.
Aye.
Steve Dodson.
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye. Moving on to item number 9, consider resolution approving amendment number 1 to the professional service agreement with MSA to include services for RFP number 7, grinding of stumps in the right of way. Do we have a motion approving the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hopefully we get a little bit more hitters on this. Roll call.
Jerry Moinkle.
Aye.
Dick Olson.
Aye.
Steve Dodson.
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Amy Wickendall.
Aye. Moving on to item number 10, storm recovery project, RFP number 7, grinding of stumps in the right of way. Consider resolution setting public hearing date, June 2nd, 2021 at 5:30. Consider the proposed plans, specifications, form of contract, and estimate of cost on file and direct publication of notice to bidders. Do I have a first and a second, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dick Olson.
Aye.
Steve Dodson.
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Amy Wickendall.
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle.
Aye.
Item 11, consider resolution approving and authorizing execution of a amendment to the purchase, sale, and development agreement by and between the city of Hiawatha and the Hub LLC. Motion to approve this resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Steve Dodson.
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Amy Wickendall.
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle.
Aye.
Dick Olson.
Aye.
Item 12, Village Center second and third editions. Item A, consider resolutions approving work order number 12 with All in All Engineers to prepare 2 final plats for Village Center second and third editions. Motion to approve this resolution?
So moved.
Second.
First and a second, any discussion? Roll call.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Amy Wickendall.
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle.
Aye.
Dick Olson.
Aye.
Steve Dodson.
Aye.
All right, moving on. Item 13, Hiawatha East First Edition. Item A, consider resolution approving the preliminary plat for Hiawatha East First Edition. Do I have a motion?
Second.
First and a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Amy Wickendall.
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle.
Aye.
Dick Olson.
Aye.
Steve Dodson.
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye. Item B, consider resolution approving the site plan and building materials for a new commercial development for Hiawatha East located at 1720 through 1790 Robbins Road. Motion to approve the resolution.
So moved.
Second.
First and a second, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Jerry Moinkle,
Aye.
Dick Olson,
Aye.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall.
Aye. Item C, consider resolution approving sidewalk permit 2112 Robbins Road for Hiawatha Coffee LLC. Motion to approve the resolution.
So moved.
Second.
First and a second, any discussion? The one thing that I had, just making sure, does this deferment pass to if the property is to be sold? It does pass to the new owners? All right. Roll call, please.
Dick Olson,
Aye.
Steve Dodson.
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle.
Aye.
All right, item D, consider resolution approving at your own risk building permit to begin construction on a new addition to the commercial buildings located at 1720 through 1750 Robbins Road as submitted by Hiawatha Properties. We have a motion to approve the resolution.
So moved.
Second.
First and a second, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Jerry Moinkle,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Dick Olson.
Aye.
All right, moving on, item 14. Consider resolution approving final plat and development agreement for Hunter Commerce Park 6th edition. Do I have a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
First and a second, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle,
Aye.
Dick Olson.
Aye.
Moving on, item 15. Consider resolution awarding contract for mosquito control year 2021.
So moved for Schneider Pest Control Marshall County for $11,950.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? It was nice to see, I don't think I've seen that bidder in the last year, so it's good to see another person get in there. It's kind of good. Roll call, please.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle,
Aye.
Dick Olson,
Aye.
Steve Dodson.
Aye.
Item 16, placement of items for next agenda or work session. Anybody have anything for the next agenda? All right, on to 17, adjournment. We have a motion to adjourn. I don't make a motion to adjourn. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We are adjourned at 5:51.
Great job, Robert.
Good job.
Rob, I imagine the sentiment was, lost.
Yeah, there was not even any questions at the end from the media, so the only question was how much does this generate? Really depends on the year, but.